Good day, people. You are speaking to Romancia. I am Romancia Sasman from the Dr. Sasman's organization. Dr. Sasman, the Assignment in Silence, is the group name. It's the networks. It's a platform created to come and to revive youth, to come and give them a vision and a plan. It had come to articulate framework and bring stability, bring governance and control across NPOs, NPCs, etc., those kind of organizations that were initially designed to effect change within the communities. We come in as a youth strategist, onboarding these platforms, these organizations, saying that there's a cry and there's a very big gap out there. This gap is whereby youths lack, they don't have a vision. So they lack vision, they lack what can grow them, what kind of programs, what kind of skills, what kind of career opportunities that they should be following. Because we are speaking fourth industrial, it is 2024, and our youth are the ages 18 to 35. But in this that we find from the disadvantaged backgrounds, we find that there are homes that the breadwinner is probably with the means of a very low income, and that the needs to study, the needs to gain vision, the needs to want to learn and want to grow is no more. It dies out due to the constraints faced within these communities. And then also that now brings in these elements of drug abuse and alcohol abuse, these kind of things that lead to crime and inclining our victims in terms of victims to all those kinds of crimes. These comes because people don't have a vision, people are struggling, people are not hearing from the word of mouth, people are not being mentored and coached from an end-to-end perspective. So I just said, no, we can't have more of this. There's got to be something. There's got to be a great breaking through that we can reach to these people. Part of the constraints are having to get funding, get sponsorship, and so forth, grounding and approval. And that is why I just started out. I said I cannot be waiting for funding and for approval, etc., when there's a cry out there, when there's persons out there who are being hurt day by day. And these people are being hurt in all kinds of levels and platforms. It doesn't only articulate to such as abuse, but also mentally, emotionally going through the anxiety and depression, among other things. These things happen because of lack of vision and alignment to opportunities. And then we know as our government, there's also a pressure in terms of job creation and having them fixed into these opportunities from the different databases. A lot of the scams are happening, a lot of fraud and corruption happening, and this is life. This is life itself. But in this life, me coming in as a strategist from the platform says, in this life, we are going to give people hope in this life, and we are going to come and help them to be marketable in this life. In this life, communities from a disadvantaged background, all the kids, all the youths, etc., and parents also from these communities, from the disadvantaged backgrounds, will then now come and on board and benefit from the hope that there is in this life. The platform has come to revive. The platform has come to help to get people marketable again and go into the job market, into the working industries again with a vision. Through the collaboration sessions, which are done to cascade and articulate resources and kinds of career guidance, providing work readiness, enablement in terms of what kind of skills can you get to, how is it accessible to these youths, and also not just to just drop them off onto learnership programs, but to mentor them through. So it's a kind of pull, a kind of push and pull that we're gonna do, and we are doing this as a platform with the community, helping and bringing sustainability into our youths, into our communities. This is done at absolutely no cost. There are no cost obligations in this. And I think one of the many things, one of the basic key drivers is that when there's a constraint such as monetary value, or monetary avenues, then people just pull away, people just resist, and they become reluctant to actually push through or follow through. Now, with the mere means of a stipend or salary of 3.5, even that is on its lowest, that somebody takes that and runs with it from being a learner on a learnership, and they are also now breadwinners. So a lot of these training and skill development centers motivate for that they become empowered to be breadwinners. And in my support to that is to say, let's network together, take people from this platform. This database has over 5,000 people on it in a short amount of time that came through it because of the cry, because of the plea, and that they need this kind of drive, they need this kind of deliverable to empower them. And it also helps them not to be caught up in the things or the stigma of being unvisioned. They are in the stigma where they just go by day in and day out, doing nothing, progressing with nothing, having nothing on their minds to think for what it is that I can be, how do I get there. So the platform itself comes to be accessible to them. It has all that it needs to be accessible to them, that they can access education, that they can access the job creations and the opportunities out there through the different networks, through the different groups that are onboarded, that I'm affiliated with, and that are buying in and merging in to say, we're going to pull these people together. We're going to drive for oneness and unity. And that is what the platform also presents. It presents oneness and unity. It comes to revive, it comes to energize, it comes to say, let's effect change, and effect change that can actually be tangible, that can actually be seen and heard of, because that is the cry out there.